Your income doesn't matter. Your age doesn't matter. Your race doesn't matter. Your geographical location doesn't matter. There's a thing that you and I are dealing with in your money, and it's called math. And none of those things I just mentioned give you a pass on math. And where people get themselves in trouble, including when I went broke many years ago because I was stupid, we get ourselves in trouble when we don't bother and do the math before we do the transaction. We're the stupid woman from San Diego who leased her dog for $5,400. We make $90,000 a year, and somehow in our brains figure out that our children deserve a $50,000 Honda SUV. And now we have to take the kids out of private school because we can't pay the payments on the SUV and the private school because we didn't do math. We're 21 years old. We buy a $10,000 car, run up $10,000 in credit card debt, and have $10,000 in medical bills and make $30,000 a year. When you make $30,000 a year, there's nowhere in that plan that the $10,000 car makes sense. There's nowhere in that plan that running up a bunch of credit card debt gives you any room to breathe. You already can't breathe. We have 3 kids. We make $28,000 a year. Should I go back to work, the woman asks. $28,000 income with 3 kids. Our health care is provided by Medicaid, which is welfare, because we qualify. If I go back to work, we won't qualify for that. And if I go back to work, they'll have to pay for daycare. When you make $30,000 a year, there's nowhere in that plan that the $10,000 car makes sense. There's nowhere in that plan that running up a bunch of credit card debt gives you any room to breathe. You already can't breathe. We have 3 kids. We make $28,000 a year. Should I go back to work, the woman asks. $28,000 income with 3 kids. We have 3 kids. We make $28,000 a year. Should I go back to work, the woman asks. $28,000 income with 3 kids. We have 3 kids. We make $28,000 a year. Should I go back to work, the woman asks. $28,000 income with 3 kids. We have 3 kids. We make $28,000 a year. Should I go back to work, the woman asks. $28,000 income with 3 kids. We have 3 kids. We make $28,000 a year. Should I go back to work, the woman asks. $28,000 income with 3 kids. We have 3 kids. We make $28,000 a year. Should I go back to work, the woman asks.
All right, good morning, humans. That was my man and your man, Mr. Dave Ramsey. I like playing Mr. Dave Ramsey. I brought the show in today on Dave Ramsey, and it probably is the best, the best way to transition into what I want to talk about this morning. I appreciate you guys for being here. You guys could have been anywhere else in the world. It's Monday. It is, in fact, the 21st of October, 2019. I am broadcasting to you guys live out of Leak Studios. Good morning, everybody. Miss Gloria says good morning. Johnny says good morning. I got individuals on the check-in on Facebook, Instagram, etc., etc. And we're going to jump into this thing here, WNFL, National Fathers League Talk Radio. The one thing that y'all can always bank on is when I come in on a Monday, I'm fresh. Y'all can always bet on that. Y'all can always bet on Mondays. If you don't want to ever come in and sit in with me for my 3-hour morning show on any other day, Monday mornings is the best time to catch me. because I get time to build up my bark stamina. Good morning, Jerry. I see you. So I want to talk about something this morning. I got a couple of things that I talk about. I realize that I'm trying to perfect this 3-hour show as I go, because even though when it's a 3-hour show, you got to have many topics within the show. You can't stick with one topic throughout a 3-hour show. All right. So I'm going to go left a lot, but it's okay. I'm going to bring this thing back. Maxwell is in the building. Good morning to you, sir. So I want to kick this thing off and say this. Good morning, Cupid. Good morning. I want to start this thing off and say this. All right. I want y'all to pay real close attention to what I'm about to say. Real close attention to what I'm about to say. I have a dog. And when I first got my dog, that dog was not my dog. When I first brought my dog, it was my daughter's dog. It was not my dog. When I first got my dog and I, we did not have the relationship that we have now. I will kill somebody for my dog. The first year that I had that dog, I would come home. Diamond wouldn't meet me at the door. We had a relationship. I just feed you and let you out. Get your little ass somewhere. Go sit down. I don't love you. I did not want to attach myself to the dog because I didn't want so call me stupid. When my daughter come around, the dog would be so attached to me that the dog would not go and play with my daughter. It was her dog. So I made it my business not to attach myself to the dog. It wasn't until I didn't know it. It wasn't until I started battling depression. My dog knew I was depressed before I did. I woke up one morning not understanding, not realizing I was depressed, and found my dog standing over me, looking at me dead in my face. I believe that sometimes there are certain stages and transitionings before you wake up. Sometimes your brain wakes up while your body is still asleep, and you start really not understanding that you're thinking about some stuff, but you're not up yet. And one morning I woke up and my dog, I have a platform bed. She was literally standing over me, looking at me. And the way she looked at me, she told me, "You got a problem." I looked at my dog, and that's when I realized this dog knows how I feel. I want y'all to follow me. I'm talking about love this morning, y'all. Because this is a man's organization, a lot of you end up trying to love women that don't love themselves. So I'm going to talk about the signs of knowing when a woman does not love herself. So if you listen to this and you think that I'm being biased towards women, this is a man's organization. And I get tired of individuals calling me up out of the blue. "Yeah, man, she had 5 kids by 5 different niggas. She ain't had no job, nothing. And she took me down for child support and don't want me to see the kid." And you go on and on and on and on. And I'm like, at what point in time did you not see this woman didn't love herself? What the hell was you looking for? I seen a posting that somebody posted on social media about Elijah Cummings. And "It's hot down here." I said, that is cold. I ain't done with y'all yet. So, loving yourself. Get back to my dog. My dog now, 11 years old. She's old. She can't run, hop like she used to. I have to help her get in the car. Every hour or two, I have to wipe the cold out of her eye. Because I'm not going to have one of them dogs where you see a whole bunch of red streaks down her face. I'm not going to have that dog. My dog is pretty. I call my dog Pretty Lady. She's going deaf. She can't hear me. And I'm just like, I got to go buy a house. Not so much for me, but I got to buy a house so my dog, when it's time for her to say, I want to go now, she can go in the backyard and leave me. It's all about my dog, people. I love my dog. I feed my dog chicken and navy beans, or chicken and sweet potatoes, or salmon and navy beans or sweet potatoes. My dog eats good. When I go to the store and I buy 5 packs of Purdue chicken with no hormones and grass-fed, people don't realize that's for my dog. That ain't mine. And I do this once again because I love my dog. And if I love my dog, I'm going to give my dog the best life she has. So Miss Gloria, she's here, and me and Miss Gloria spoke. And the first thing what Miss Gloria says, she says, Chris, I'm one of those women that I'm talking about. I told Miss Gloria, you need to complete that story. Miss Gloria, yeah, you had children while you were young, but you're married. Miss Gloria is a white woman. I meet black women that have kids after kids after kids, 5 kids in, claiming I don't need a man, bump all that. Something ain't right here. You got all those kids, your coochie getting a lot of traffic, and you don't want no kids. And the reason for that is the reason why we are all here this morning. You do not love yourself. You guys are running into women that don't love themselves. Please allow me to continue. So that's what I told Miss Gloria. But Miss Gloria says, it took me a few years to get it right. I made a lot of mistakes. It took me a few years to get it right and a lot of mistakes, so I understand. She's co-signing what I'm saying, people. She ain't talking about the dog, by the way. So let's talk about that person. Let me applaud this beautiful woman. She says, not only am I married, I've been married 21 years now. Oh my, oh my, oh my. How about that? Very well said. Louis XVII said, man's best trusty, loyalist, loving, devoted, and purest friend. You damn right, my dog. So I'm looking to buy a house. Once again, so when my dog, in a couple of years, she say, I ain't got nothing no more. It's time for me to go and punch my ticket. I'm going to put her in the ground in the backyard. I'm not putting my dog in no pet cemetery. My dog is going to be in the backyard so I can always go to her grave spot and say, hey, little buddy, thank you, because I love my dog. What's going on, Dark? So now let's talk about Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston made a song, and I heard the song all my life. But I remember when I was in AIT, when I was in the military, and they was playing the song in the chow hall, and I was standing there, and you know, you got to be at the position of parade rest and go to attention, move forward, snap back into parade rest, go to attention, move forward, snap back into parade rest. And I heard Whitney Houston because I love Whitney Houston. I was able to accept what she was saying when I heard it. And Whitney Houston said, lead you to a lonely place, learning to love yourself. Learning to love yourself is the greatest love of all. People, I want y'all to be clear about what y'all hear. Why y'all hear me say, my daughter decided she wanted to side with her mother teachings, and my daughter decided that she wanted to fuck me over too. People, I wrote a chapter in my book, When Dads Cry. There's a chapter in my book that I wrote called Additionals. Additionals. You see, here's what society don't want to understand. When a man is fighting for custody, he ain't just fighting the woman. He's fighting the clerk when you want to put in paperwork for a court date, when you go. We're fighting so many people. When Atia Bradley's daughter decided that she wanted to fight me too, I pleaded with her. And I said, baby girl, I can fight your mom with one hand tied behind my back, blindfolded. I said, but baby girl, I can't fight you with an army, with a brigade of tanks, with all access to all the nuclear missiles in the world. I said, baby girl, I can't fight you. My daughter, now that I call my former daughter, because I wrote her off, because let's be clear about something. In the white community, this is what they do. When you do not abide by when you bring shame to the family, they will write you off. See, Atia Bradley gambled. She said, I know you think you're good. I know you got all these incomes and you think you're good, but I want to gamble on you will jump through hoops rather than be declared a deadbeat dad. And I will set the standards on you being a father. So when her daughter started to treat me like a POS, I pleaded with her. 2 weeks later, I issued the order. Operation Goodbye, you little itch. That's what you wanted to be. That's what I wanted to say. You want to be like your mom. Goodbye, you little itch. Yeah, I'm bleeping it. Sounds harsh, don't it? I love myself. And let me tell you guys something. It is the greatest love of all. When you love yourself, when your mother tells you after 21 years, after pain and hurt, when your mother tells you that after 21 years of you wanting to kill yourself twice, when your mother tells you, I don't like what you do because you talk about women, and then you say to your mom, but mom, I told you this isn't the women of your generation. Yeah, but I got nieces too, and I'm sure they're not like that. You will disown your motherfucking mother too. Now, I'm not going to bleep that. Good morning, Edmund Welch, Disgusted Dads is in the house. I'm not going to bleep that. You will disown them too. You will protect your shield. You say, no. Nobody else sets the standard on how you treat me. I love myself. So because of that, you don't get the chance to set the love that I have for myself. I need y'all to follow me this morning. So with that being said, the problem with a lot of you individuals, when you meet a woman that has been reckless, that have multiple kids by multiple men, that is on welfare, career welfare, and the first thing she want to try to get you to understand is, I don't need a nigga. My kids are taken care of. Leave that woman. Leave that trash bag. There's a lot of things to say. You don't need to say that. How come that woman ain't saying, every time I go to the bathroom, I wipe my butt? How come she ain't saying that? Why does she have to tell you? Why is she insisting on telling you that, nope. My kids are taken care of. Chick, if your kids were taken care of, you wouldn't be on welfare. Chick, if you loved yourself, you wouldn't be in a situation that you were in. Nothing gives me ear cancer more than hearing a scallywag say, I'm an independent woman. I told you guys on many shows, you ain't listening to me though. The next time you hear a woman say, I'm independent, do ask that woman, oh, so since you're independent, what makes you self-sufficient? I guarantee you they will have no idea as to what it is you're talking about. Because people, let me tell you something. This is real nerd talk. You must first be self-sufficient before you be independent. But these individuals running around here with these old cack-ass claims. Yes, cack-ass. I just made that up. These old cack-ass claims about how they are independent. But you guys, you must know the signs of a woman that don't love herself. And a woman can't possibly love herself when she put herself in the worst situation possible. It's impossible. But I always tell you guys that women are great storyteller sellers. Didn't I tell you? They're great story salesmen. Didn't I tell y'all that? Didn't I tell y'all that? Didn't I tell y'all that? Miss Gloria, she's here. She says, I love being taken care of. Oh my. Oh my. She says, I love being taken care of. I bet. As do I. I love to come home and squeeze a booty. I'm laughing at something else. You know, I don't want to come home to a man ass. I got to squeeze a man ass. I want to squeeze a soft ass. I'm just speaking facts here. I'm speaking facts. I'm speaking facts. People, y'all know I'm a court coach. I'm a non-attorney spokesperson. I could coach you with child support, asset management, divorce and custody, just to name a few. I'm here to tell you that, in fact, if you need me for a one-on-one, please, my Cash App, PayPal is below the video. Make payment. What you need not to do is what a lot of people do. They send me an email. Hey, man, here's my phone number. Call me. I want to do a one-on-one. No, we don't call. If that was the case, I would call 100,000 people and only get 10 one-on-ones. That's not how I do it. You're serious after I know, but I can coach you. Excuse me, child support, asset management, divorce and custody, just to name a few. I keep telling you, individuals, a lot of you individuals, you say to yourself, and you say to me, I don't ever want to get married. I'm tired of dealing with chicks. That is something that you can say to yourself. I hear you. I'm not afraid of none of these things, because what it gets down to me is protecting yourself from the beginning. The problem with a lot of you men that I tell you is, a lot of you guys, you put a lot of your chips on the table. I don't do that. I don't do that. I don't put all my chips on the table. You know why? Because I got more chips than the woman. I got more chips than she do. What the chips that I do put on the table are applicable. They're applicable. The chips that I do put on the table, but I don't put all my chips on the table. That's what y'all do. You gullible. You don't want to admit it to yourself, but you're gullible. You gullible. You fall for it. You get all in. You get heads over heel in love. You love that woman. You're a sucker for love. Admit it. I was. Admit it. Come on, man. Admit it. You're a sucker for love. You've been the sucker. I'm not a sucker for love now. I understand now. I know the signs. Walk away. I don't care if we got 5 kids, we got a great home, we making good. When that woman decides it's time now that she got enough invested to start giving me her booty to kiss, now I'll kiss the booty. I'll marinate it. I'll spit shine the booty. Please strike that from the record. I'll spit shine the booty. But God damn it, you ain't just gonna go poke your booty out, oh dirty booty, for me to kiss. I ain't kissing no dirty booty. Yeah. I'm just saying, man. Come on, damn. You're mad at me. I'm kicking facts here, people. 100% pure grade A facts. That's all I'm interested in. The 100% pure grade A facts. You individuals, you don't know this, but that's why you're here. That's why you're here. Appreciate you for being here. You guys could have been anywhere else in the world. Knowing the signs when they don't. All right. So I got my man Edmund What's Disgusted Dads. He said, my man Jerry says, everyone gets disowned. Very well said. Uh, very well said. My man Jerry over on, he's watching us via Facebook. I like what he said. He says, yo, nobody jumping through hoops and living another one standards, living another standards. That is simply said what I'm saying. It's just a simple way of saying exactly what I'm talking about here this morning. I'm not doing it. I'm not. I'm not. I mean, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you what happened in hindsight with me, if you don't mind. I'm gonna go left for a second. Um, I spent my whole life getting everything that I want. You know, I got into a little word, some words with somebody on Instagram, and he says, you know, when I step to you, you're gonna run and call the cops like everybody else. And I said, well, give me a list of your everybody else's, because I can give you a list of mine. He said, well, when you come to Arkansas and bring your army. I said, no, bro. You want me, you come to me. Right? I told the guy. Then he says, all right, I'm gonna come. And then I said, you know, I had to tell him after multiple back and forths, yo, my man, your tough talk is losing its vigor. You said bring your army. I told you I am the army. I've been in the army. You can with a veteran. I'm 50 years old. I don't care. Wait a minute. You said bring your army. Then when I tell you I'm in the army, you claim you don't care. Which one is it? Then he says, I'm going to come to Virginia and I'm going to give you what you deserve. And I gave him the studio address. And I said, you can check with the ignorance. I can give you the link to a person video that did a video about me. He will confirm that's the address. I'll see you when you get here. All right, I'm going to come to Virginia and give you what you deserve. I said, hold on, partner. Hold on, partner. You confusing me, dog. I said, I'm 50 years old with 7 incomes. I got everything that I deserve. Let me tell you what you coming to Virginia for. You coming to Virginia to meet your damn demise. That's what you coming here for. He didn't say nothing else to me after that. You know why? Because he felt what I was saying. He was listening to me like, damn, I don't know who this dude is, but I don't want it with him. I don't. And that's how it is. That's how it is with me. You say you're going to do something to me, I shoot you the address, see you when you get here, we going to do a video. Let's be clear. But let me go lefter. Let me go lefter. Think about this for a second. Jerry just said, nobody jumping through hoops and living another standards. So think about this for a second. As a 50-year-old man, unbeknownst to me, when I got my motorcycle and my 2 sports cars, I was just going through life because I always said to myself, as you as you go through life, you're supposed to acquire. That's what you're supposed to do. As you go through life, you're supposed to acquire things. You're not supposed to go through life and be 50 years old and talking about, yeah, I got my car. I was talking to Miss Gloria. Miss Gloria got a car lot at her damn house. But Miss Gloria is 50 years old too. So I didn't realize that as I got older, I was actually seeking out the answer to my life. Meaning, I wanted a wife and kids. Miss Gloria said I was married for 21 years. I thought that's what I was going to be at this age. I would have if I married a white woman. If I would have married a white woman would have been like, I got the perfect man. Damn. Whoa, I got the perfect man. It's not like that with women of color. It's just, I have not met women of color. And I'm going to just say this. This is my experience. When I go on a dating site, I see drop dead gorgeous women of color with smiles and everything and say, I've seen that smile before. That's a hello, kick it to me smile. And then once we together, something change. You cannot go on a dating profile and just correct me on it. I'll challenge anybody. Go on a dating site and see how many black women you see on there, and then go see how many comparable any other race of women that are gorgeous. You'll see women of color on there, gorgeous. Look at all these curves. Oh, I'm blessed. All these curves, all these booty shots and everything. You can't find no other beauty on the site. But then I realized the love that I was looking for in my life, I was building it up all this time and didn't know it. People, do you know the beautiful problem that I have? Two of the BMWs I own, two of them, they take $300 batteries. And because I have so many cars, let me correct myself. One of the BMWs have two batteries by itself. So out of two cars, I got $900 worth of batteries. And what I would do is I would not drive the car for, especially when I first got them. I would not drive the cars for a month. I would, I remember one time I hadn't drove my 7 Series in like 4 months. I remember one time I hadn't driven my 8 Series in about 7 months. And you get in them and the battery be dead, and then I just said, whoa, something got to give. Because when you go to the dealership and they tell you we need the identification number to get the right battery for that car, and you need to get this and that, and you say, well, I'm gonna try to go cheap, and I'm gonna go to AutoZone, and AutoZone be like, well, that battery is $300, and you're like, damn, I can't duck this. You find out real quick, like Miss Gloria said, that's a great problem to have. That's what that get diagnosed as. A great problem to have. The problem that I have, very well said. She says you have to rotate the fleet. The problem that I have is now it's not a problem. Because my friend who has the same problem, he said, and I quote, he said, what are you saving your cars for? Who are you saving them for? He said, drive them. Drive your cars, bro. Who are you saving them for? Who are you saving them for? So now I found pleasure in my motorcycle. Every other day or so, it used to go dead, so I would put the bikes outside the studio here and let them run. Never had that problem no more. Check this out. I solved a problem by simply enjoying the product. I solved my problem by simply driving my cars. Oh man, the joy and thrill that I get. So I like when Jerry said, nobody's jumping through hoops living by another's standards. This is why I say it's hard for me to put everything on the table. And no offense to you guys, if you was great like you claim you are, I'm not doing ain't no chick, you don't put everything on the table. The problem with a lot of men that I've seen, a lot of you men, you throw everything on the table because you think that's going to increase the interest from the woman. Shut up. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Shut up. Yes, you do. He also said she's just spending that child support money being independent. Yep. My man Edmund Wells discussed the dads. He's here. He said, or better yet, when they say blessed, being blessed should be a national holiday, so know when their blessings are being given out. Very well said. Miss Lydia Snowden, she's watching. How you doing, Miss Snowden? So these are the these are the things that I realized. But when you meet a woman that don't love themselves, people, it's evident. It's evident. If you meet a woman and you have to sort through a junkyard of pain and hurt, which is understandable, but mistake after mistake after mistake. Let me tell you something. And and a lot of people gonna say, "What the hell?" I've met a lot of foster children in my life. I met a lot of foster children in my life. A lot. In the 70s, 80s, not in the 90s and 2000s as much, but I start meeting them more now after 2012. I started coming across a lot of foster children. And I've noticed something with a lot of foster children. A lot of them, not all of them, not even the majority of them. I said a lot of them. People, I'm honest in what I say. I don't have to hype anything up. I'm welcome to any challenges as to what I say. I tell anybody, you can always have the floor if you think what I'm saying is not true. I'll give you the floor. If you're listening to this after it posts and you getting mad, you go ahead and get mad because everybody that's here is not getting mad. Come on, y'all. Let's get them thumbs up, yeah. Stop fucking with me. Y'all know I charge $1 to watch my show. If you can't give me my dollar, give me my thumbs up. That's your fee. Be a button bastard, man. Come on. But I've noticed something with I noticed something about excuse me. I noticed something with foster children. Foster children. I've met one foster child that got it. I was driving Uber and Lyft. She got in my car with like a 1.5 year old, a 3 year old, and was pregnant. Real slim. I appreciate that. Miss Lucas, I appreciate that, and I salute that beautiful woman. Let me tell you something. Do me a favor, Miss Lucas. Tell your husband he have a great wife. Tell him that for me, please. Uh, Miss Lucas, she kills me when she does this. Miss Lucas gave a $10 contribution, and she said that's for 10 thumbs up. So she has a 10 show credit. Let me applaud that fine specimen. Thank you so much. She just was, no, this ain't for now. This is for 10 credits. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Miss Lucas. Thank you so much. $10 via my Cash App. Thank you so much. Oh, what's going on, Stretch? So I I I know the various, like I said, I have met a lot of foster children, a lot of them, that they have kids when they're in their teens and they're looking for love. I understand that 1,000,000%. Let me tell you something about a teen foster child. You know, I don't have no problem with them. I understand it. They they have lived a harsh life and they're trying to stabilize it. They're going about the wrong way to do it. I'm not saying that they should do it. Uh, but I understand it. I do. I understand it. I'm not going to say I don't. I'm not going to try to be all harsh and cold, even though people think I am. Listen to one of my shows, hear something I say, and then use it to the whole thing. I don't care. People, once again, this is an organization. This is a platform for fathers that have been through it. I have to say this stuff because it needs to be said. These are 100% pure grade A facts. Sorry if your feelings are hurt. All right? I am talking about knowing the signs when a woman does not love herself. A lot of you guys, a lot of you men on this men's platform, a lot of you men, you are fighting to love someone that do not love themselves. They don't. They don't love themselves. You are caught up in a matrix. You are caught up in dealing with somebody that does not love themselves. You think they are. They said, listen, the talk does not match the walk. Let me say that again. The talk does not match the walk. And it doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. I'm gonna say this and then we're gonna go on break. I've listened to my mom. I listened to my mom talk about her father. And when you become a father and you go through this stuff, you don't become sensitive to it. What I'm saying is you have an eye to spot amongst women that got something against men. And I'm sure you guys understand what I'm talking about. Appreciate those thumbs up. Appreciate individuals that share my video. So I listened to my mom. I listened to my mom for years talk to me about my granddad. Right? He wasn't around. Hey, Ralph, I got Ralph over on Facebook. I'm going to salute you, my man. Appreciate you for sharing my stream. Jerry, if you shared it, it's just showing me that Ralph shared it. Let me see if it can show me anybody else. It doesn't show it. It doesn't tell me, but I'm sure other individuals that shared it. I appreciate you guys when you share my videos. So check this out. I listened to my mom talk about my granddad that she did not meet. I listened to my mom talk about my granddad. Johnny says guilty as charged. Johnny, could you do me a favor? Could you give me an idea when you say guilty as charged, what it is you're talking about exactly? Amber Nicole says, if you don't love yourself, it's impossible to love someone else. Wow. Toxicity all over. Very well said. Miss Amber, I'm assuming, is a woman. Amber Nicole, what's up? Appreciate you for being here. Stretch joined in. Johnny says guilty as charged. Give me an idea when you say guilty as charged, Johnny, what you're talking about. Please. So I listened to my mom talk to about my granddad all my life. As a 50-year-old man, about 8 years ago. No, it wasn't 8 years ago. It was about 4 or 5 years ago. I finally put this whole thing together about my granddad. When I put this thing together about my granddad, my mom did not like it. Let me say that again. When I put this stuff about my granddad, my mom did not like it. Wow. Russell said, if mama ain't happy, nobody happy. Boom. So I says to my mom, Ma, do you blame your mother for any of the fact that your father wasn't in your life? No. I said, but Ma, I said, but Ma, I said, but Ma, do you know why Atia Bradley did all the things that she did to me? She said, why? I said, Atia Bradley did all these things that she did to me because I'm great. And Atia Bradley did her best to tarnish who I am. I said, but Ma, if I was no good, Atia Bradley, I would see my daughter every day. I said, Ma, this is what a man told me. I said, a man told me, I mean, let me splice the story in. I had a contract with the school, and the janitor that had to stay there with me when I did the carpets, he says to me, yo, bruh, this your business? I said, yeah. He said, yeah. He said, yeah. Hey, man, I listen to you when you talk, man. He said, you know why you don't have a relationship with your daughter? So, you know, I'm saying to myself, here we go, another genius. So I turned the machine off. I said in my head, okay, girl, why don't I have a relationship with my daughter? Let me hear your bull crap synopsis, your crazy narrative. I'll go ahead. You go ahead and be the shrink. I'll sit in the chair. Tell me why I don't have a relationship with my child. Go. He said, look at you, bruh. Bruh, I listen to when you talk, man. Look at you, look at you, dog. You got your own business. You live in the Poconos. Yo, you got it. You got a good life. He said, bruh, if you was sitting on a corner drunk, staggering drunk every day, begging for people for money, he said you would see your daughter every day. And your child's mom would come say to your daughter, there go your daddy. When he said that, people, that trumped anything anyone could have possibly ever said to me about why I don't have a relationship with my daughter. Bingo. That's what it was. That's what it was. So, in understanding this narrative, I let my mom borrow the narrative, but of course I had to refabricate this narrative to my mom. Wow, Stretch said, wow, that makes a lot of sense. But he ain't say that makes a lot of sense. He put wow with some quotation marks behind it, because that does make a lot of sense. So I kind of broke that down. I rewired it to my mom. And I said, Ma, you never even knew your dad's name. Your mom never told you your dad's name. I said, Ma, if your dad was around, that's why your mom didn't tell you his name. But I said, Ma, your dad was around. That's why your mother didn't tell you her name. I said, Ma, think about it. If a man lives down the street, would your mom tell you his name? Nope. But if that man was long gone in Guatemala, your mom would say, your daddy name is Mr. Johnson, Mr. Johnson. My mom did not want to hear it. My mom did not want to hear it. Appreciate those thumbs up, y'all. Come on, stop. Come with me. My mom did not want to hear it. My mom helped me understand that there is a culture amongst women of color more than any. There's a culture, and that is men are always wrong. This is why, a couple of things. I will not let a woman talk to me about my business. If you watch one of my videos, you will not come and talk to me about my video. You will not come and talk to me about one of my shows. You will not say, yeah, I listened to your radio show. That one part you said, I disagree with that. Go put the comment under the thing. Get the F out my face. You got offended by what I said. I'm not trying to hear it. You know why? Because I don't care. I don't care if I get a wife. I don't care if I come home and my wife say, you know, honey, you offended me by that show that you did today. I don't care. Everything that I speak of, I am a victim of it. You will not get me to think that there's a mysterious another narrative that lives within the fact that you was offended by something that I said. Hour number 1 is in the books here on WNFL, National Fathers League Talk Radio. I'm going to go ahead and take a break. I am going to take a break. I am going to leave you guys with the Mr. of all Misters. I'm going to leave you guys with some Dave Ramsey. I do appreciate you guys for being here. You guys, once again, you guys could have been anywhere else in the world. Very well said. Very well said. How did that? Very well said. Maxwell said, and they teach their daughters the same thing. Very well said. Once again, hour number 1 is in the books. I want to thank Mrs. Gloria Lucas for that $10 contribution via my Cash App. She said this is for 10 shows. And so, hey, listen, y'all, this is the league. And what we'll do is we'll be right back with hour number 2 right after your message from your man and mine, one Mr. David